expert on heart disease, CEO of ViaScan. It's a company that specializes in the early detection of heart disease. John Duncan, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Well, congratulations on being CEO of ViaScan.
Well, you know, we help people find plaque in their arteries when it's as small as 0.5 millimeters. So it would be years or decades before a heart attack would come unannounced.
Probably something everybody ought to have done, particularly men.
Well, I think this study points out that the origins of heart attacks actually start when we're kids. The study followed 311 kids when they were 12 to 18 years of age, and then they followed them and did a heart scan on them, like we do at ViaScan, when they were 28 years of age, and they found that the kind of lifestyle that they had as children determined whether they had this artery clogging plaque when they were still as young as 28 years old. 1 in 5 of them, when they were 28, had this heart plaque, and it was because that they had a poor lifestyle. They were stressed. They had poor diet. They didn't have physical activity. So I think the thing that this study really resonates is, as parents, we have a whole new dynamic now to prepare our children for healthy adulthood. We really need to prepare them and provide them an environment that we preach healthy diet, healthy body weight, and regular physical activity.
Yeah. Is this a new detection thing? I mean, is that new technology what you're doing?
It is. I was the chief medical scientist at Cooper Clinic here in Dallas, and I only dreamt of having a tool that we could see this enemy called plaque before it would cause a heart attack. And unfortunately, that goes on even too often today. But we have revolutionary tools and technology. This scan can see this plaque when it's 0.5 millimeters in size, and so it gives us years or decades to prepare a successful defense against it, to eat healthy, be at the right weight, and have physical activity. They're the two most powerful determinants of how well and how long we live.
Isn't genetics a big part of this as well, or no?
Well, there's no doubt genetics plays a role, but it's still yet to be determined. Genetics is sort of mysterious. We don't know, what percent does it contribute. It's without doubt the genetics are very powerful determinants, but we also know that the science shows that the environment of what you eat, what your body weight is, and whether you engage in regular physical activity will determine how long and how well you live.
Well, how would I get this scan, John? Do I go to the 7-Eleven? Where do I go?
Well, there are specialized preventative cardiology programs around the country. The scanner I have, there are about 65 of them in the world, and the scanner we have is the fastest scanner. It allows us to see this plaque so small on a beating organ such as the heart, so it really is phenomenal what we're able to see, and it's the safest CT scanner, the kind we have. The radiation that you get with the heart scan that we do is equivalent to the radiation women get when they get a mammogram. So we call this the mammogram of the heart, and heart disease being the leading cause of death in both men and women. Now we have a tool that we can reduce many of these heart attacks because we will eliminate the surprise.
All right. So, John, what do we do? I mean, I don't know if Champaign-Urbana up here in Illinois, we have any access to something like this, but obviously if we're feeling pretty good, it's probably a good time to say, well, let's at least look at this to see if I'm trending toward a problem.
I think that you're exactly correct in that many people will judge their health on how they do feel, and that is a very poor estimator, history has shown, to be an accurate determinant of what your health really is. If you really want to know what your health is, there's only one way to do. Look inside, and that's what this scan does with greater precision than ever before. We can spot this potentially life-threatening plaque when it's the size where we can do something about it. We can even reverse it, stop it, or slow it so that we die of old age rather than from a heart attack.
Right. And how would if I'm in Dallas, how much would it cost for me, and how long would it take to get a scan?
Well, that's the beauty of it. The scan is so affordable. The scanner that is performing the scan was about $2.1 million.
Whoa.
But we do this heart scan on people, not only the heart, but you can also get a body scan of all your organs from your chest to your abdomen to see if there's cancers or aneurysms for $695.
Wow.
We would agree that that's an amazing price.
That is really good. Okay, but again, I can't really do this unless I come to you at this point. You're not in enough places.
Well, there are other places around. I think maybe in Chicago area there are some electron beam CT scanners. They're scattered throughout the United States, and so just Google electron beam CT and see if there's one in your neck of the woods there. If not, plane tickets being cheap that they are, hop on a plane, and we're about 5 minutes from Dallas-Fort Worth Airport.
Are you a Texan?
I'm not by birth. I'm actually from north central Indiana.
No kidding.
And so I'm a Midwesterner, but I've been in Texas so long, I think I picked up the Texas
Yeah, you have a little bit of twang. What city in Indiana?
Kokomo, Indiana.
Oh, we know Kokomo. We're in Champaign-Urbana, not far from Kokomo.
Oh, I know Champaign very well. I have very good friends and colleagues at the University of Illinois. They've been a trendsetter for lifestyle for many years.
John Duncan, CEO, ViaScan. They can look you up on the internet. Is your website viascan.com or something?
It actually is 123bodyscan.com.
That's even easier. 123bodyscan.com. John Duncan in Dallas. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Interesting.